research has been stolen. The research materials have been packed into 2 containers and hidden in the jungle southwest of the mansion. Enemy extraction choppers will be there any minute. You have to find and retrieve those containers before they arrive. That area is being guarded by zero-risk security, and their client is XOF. If the choppers make off with the containers, that research will end up in Cypher's hands. That cannot be allowed to happen. One other thing, boss. We need a cargo-capable Fulton extraction device to recover the containers. Use your iDroid to order its development and have it dropped in.
У меня такое есть там. У меня такое есть. Тут больше вопрос в другом. Это миссия на время, что ли? Да что так?
Boss, research materials have been stolen from Code Talker's mansion. The materials were packed into 2 containers and hidden in the jungle southwest of the mansion. You have to recover those containers. The pickup crew coming for those documents is none other than XOF. That's right. They're still active, even after Skullface's death. Now that he's no longer in charge, their original chain of command has been restored. Meaning if XOF gets those documents, Code Talker's research ends up in Cypher's hands. According to Code Talker, the research papers stored in that mansion account for over 50 years of study. The problem is the vocal cord parasites. If the papers documenting that research fall into Cypher's hands, they'll take another long, hard look at them. The ethnic cleansers we thought were history will become a reality. America, Zero, will have a weapon far more powerful than any nuke. Even worse, if this knowledge were to leak, the world, humanity, can't be entrusted with this kind of power. Recover the containers before the enemy extraction choppers arrive.
А, то есть они все-таки могут прилететь. Вопрос, а что тут? Тут особняк, это я помню, да.
That's a target container. Looks like it's in a relatively open area. A target container. It's concealed by vegetation. Watch you don't miss it.
Понял. Есть что послушать? Должно же быть хоть что-то. Голосовые паразиты. Охренеть, 5 минут.
That facility with all the people laid out in rows. The abandoned factory Shabani was held in. It is precisely as you guessed. Black Anna was coding languages into the vocal cord parasites. They infected the subjects with the parasites, then made an incision in the throat to expose the vocal cords. That allowed them to play recordings of a desired language directly to the parasites. And the parasites learn the languages that way. That's some teaching method. Guards, they must know where the containers are. If you can just squeeze it out of them.
Попробуем.
Judge them by human standards. They do not learn as a function of intellect. Then how do they do it? What language the parasites react to is coded into their genes. You could expose the Japanese strain to English for years, and it would never learn the language and react to it. The pronunciation, rhythm, and structure are different. But what about, say, Spanish and Portuguese? Linguistically, the two are very close. Yeah, they're both Ibero-Romance languages. Even so, a Spanish language mating pair exposed to Portuguese will not copulate. Only when they hear Spanish. Only then. And the majority of their offspring.
Блин, я тут вообще слушаю кассеты. Вот тут меня тут эти субтитры от тех чуваков дают.
Among the many thousands of offspring, there may be just a few that react to Portuguese. You're talking about mutations. Correct. Playing the tapes helps to identify the mutant strains. Those specimens are then isolated and bred with one another. From their children, specimens that react more strongly to Portuguese can again be selected and bred. Repeating this process creates a strain that reacts solely to Portuguese
and never to Spanish. Mutation and selection. No different to breeding roses.
So you kept increasing the change over the generations, adapting them to languages from all over the world. Must have taken a hell of a lot of patience. More like patience. Just how many died for this? There's something I still don't get.
Analysis
In order to
complete.
tell which larvae will react to Portuguese, you'd have to let them develop and then see which copulate. That means you'd need tens of thousands of guinea pigs.
Analysis complete.
There's no way you could do that in a facility that small.
For normal selective breeding method.
You gotta extract him.
Right. But there is a more effective selection method when training the vocal cord parasites.
Go on.
It is not only when mating that the parasites listen for language. Shortly before hatching, larvae display markedly increased activity in reaction to particular language. The active eggs can be identified under a black light, so the eggs that react to Portuguese are selectively placed in the throats of subjects. So you see, narrowing down strains that react to the target language is an effective process. Though I'm sure that even so, many lost their lives to create the various strains.
Taken against their will into that dungeon.
There are two reasons for playing the tapes for the parasites. One, to isolate the eggs that respond to the target language. And two, to cause the specimens raised from the selected eggs to mate.
I get how the system works. But why do they respond to language before they even hatch? It's not like they can mate from inside an egg.
It is because the larvae learn the language before hatching.
Охренеть. Да псина ты, псина попалась под раздачу.
I've updated the info on your iDroid. Take a look.
Отлично.
The PS soldiers have no idea what's in those containers. Strictly a need-to-know basis.
Where are the others? Where are your friends?
Блин, а тебя, наверное, отправить бы лучше. Заметили. Как они заметили? Он же, блин, за этим был. Хрен.
He's coming too.
Они еще в здании были. Чтоб ты понимал. Охренеть. Или они услышали шум.
Caution, rain approaching.
Хвостом. -1, -2. А что это такое? А. Понятно. Отлично. Нейтрон пропал. Классно. Прекрасно. Нахера я еще сюда иду? Мне сюда не надо. Мне сюда не надо? Или надо? Пока непонятно. Мое?
Boss, looks like they're stepping up security around the targets. Watch yourself.
Что происходит, да? Так, чё? Документы какие-то? Да ёпта.
send new information to your iDroid. Take a look.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Ой, блин. А что за новая инфа? Кто ты такой?
Analysis complete.
Непонятно.
Our early warning radar still hasn't picked up the enemy choppers. But it's only a matter of time before they arrive.
Понял. Значит, надо торопиться все-таки, да? Ладно, хорошо. Погнали тогда.
You gotta extract him.
Красные береты — это всегда какая-то миссия дополнительная, это явно. Блин, там все челики еще какие-то прокачанные до хера. Охренеть. Все в броне. Интересно, а тебе боевая тревога поднята везде или только в здании?
Visibility in the jungle isn't great. Watch out. You could run into the enemy at any time.
С псинкой не нарвусь.
Feel the roots. The branches become one with the forest. The forest is aware of the enemy's noise. You must be too.
Так, один есть. Да ё-моё.
Analysis complete.
Ай-ва-ва. Блин, клёвый на язык, конечно.
Target extraction confirmed.
Complete.
That leaves one target to go.
Хорошо.
Next one. Boss, our early warning radar just picked up the enemy choppers.
Arrived at
We'll
Mother
keep you
Base.
informed of their ETA. Hurry up and extract the target. You can't go firing on the XOF choppers. If we attack XOF now, it'll be a declaration of war against Cypher itself. That time will come, but it's not
Понятно.
now.
Тогда бежим. Да пошли вы в сраку, короче. Знаете что? Пошли вообще в сраку полную.
Target extraction confirmed. Time to go.
В максимальную сраку пошли.
Boss, we got Code Talker's research materials back in one piece. The medical team has them under lock and key in the quarantine facility. The materials should help their research into the vocal cord parasites. Cypher won't be getting their hands on them now.
anything?
Still living up to her name.
How about you drop the act? Who infected you with a parasite?
We can't let her talk. Put it back.
All I want's a name. That won't trigger anything. Tell me. Tell me! Your lungs have been barbecued. There's traces of rubbing alcohol in your alveoli. This was found adhered to your lungs, intact. A petal. White Star of Bethlehem. The hospital. Skullface sent you to Cyprus to kill Снейк. You were burned inside and out. That should have been the end of it. But, all things considered, you look pretty damn healthy to me. We have Skullface to thank for that, right?
I was the only one capable of applying them to parasite therapy. Until he stole them from me.
Why are you here? Did Skullface send you? Or did you have your own score to settle with the boss? Refreshing? Salt water.
No! She'll die!
His life isn't yours to take. Enough.
That's enough. If she wanted to kill the boss, he'd already be dead. Same goes for us. She's had plenty of chances. She can talk. She's not here to kill anyone. We're wasting your time. It doesn't matter why she's here. She works for you now. She's in love with the legend.
What makes you so sure?
I was the same way once.
What if she's a spy?
What if I'm a spy? Or you? Go on all day.
Boss.
Let her go. She won't speak, so she can't spread the infection.
مش ناقد انتي. ايديكي بلاك انات ايه.
Ako kode dziś desni.
دنه بالزاد.
Belagana gesnita. Kato be yast てた。教えとった。同等にした。同等にした。